Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, where today I want to begin off this video by saying I'm going to do another Q&A very soon. I haven't done one for quite a while. I always say that whenever I ask you for questions, but I always leave it quite a few months in between each Q&A video. I decided that I want to do another Q&A video, so if you've got any questions for me, then go ahead and leave them down in the comments below, or go to my Twitter, @Majoricon, and go ahead and tweet me some questions, and I'll put them all into a video and do a Q&A video at some point in the future whenever I have time to actually make one. But without further ado, we're going to go straight into this video, which is sort of like an update video. I haven't actually sat down in front of the camera with the lights in my face and everything for quite a while now, for like at least quite a few weeks. And this is mainly because the other week I had about 2 weeks ago now, I came down with a chest infection, and it basically messed up my voice, and I couldn't actually talk. And every time I tried to talk properly, especially during the point when it was at its worst, I tried to talk and my voice was either non-existent, like it just wouldn't talk, or my throat would be very gravelly and it would almost sound as if it felt like I was a heavy smoker. My voice was just really bad at that point, and I tried to stream last week, I think it was last week Wednesday, I tried to stream Ascension. I began off by trying to do like around 100 attempts, and I did really bad, and I did a really bad job at trying to do that. The stream is now called I Suck at Ascension. But in that stream you could hear my voice wasn't that great, and I kept on having to go out to the bathroom to try and like clear my throat, and I had to try and get drinks of water and whatnot, and it was just a very sloppy stream, and that was something I tried to do. I tried to experiment with streaming while having this chest infection. It didn't work out at all, so I decided the best thing for me to do was to actually take a break and to just rest my voice for a bit. I had to still go to work and everything, and I've mentioned this in my streams, but I'm putting it into a video so for everyone who doesn't watch my streams, they actually understand this. I work at the moment 5 to 6 days a week, and every day that I work is like a 10-hour day. So it's very long days I have at work, which means that it's 10 hours a day that is taken out of my time that I could be putting into YouTube right now, which, you know, in one way sucks, but in another way I need the money to actually like afford like things in life. Like YouTube at the moment is just like a part-time thing for me. It's a hobby. It's nothing too serious, and I can't let it overtake anything in my life. So I have to put work before YouTube, unfortunately, which is not something I want to do. But I need money to actually do stuff, especially I've got certain holidays and things coming up soon. So at the moment YouTube is not my #1 priority. I'm trying my best to do as much as I can to keep up with content, in terms of like keeping up with Zombie Chronicles, DLC 2 for Infinite Warfare. I haven't even done that much for DLC 2 with Shaolin Shuffle. I haven't even done the Easter egg for it yet. DLC 3 is coming out very soon, and I feel like I'm not even going to be here to actually experience the hype when it releases. I feel like depending on what day it releases, I could be on holiday, because I am on holiday sort of twice this month, and then I'm on holiday in September as well, which is probably going to be during some other sort of hype thing that's going to happen then. I don't even know. But the chest infection didn't help me at all, because like I say, I couldn't talk, and it's still with me a little bit now, and I can't talk that loud at the moment either. It's very like hard to talk, and I try to just chill with my voice a little bit. And I can stream now. I streamed, I think it was yesterday I streamed, and that went really well. We you know, did really well with the stream. We got to around 50 in Actor and Totem. My voice a few times did mess up, and I had to clear my throat and whatnot, but it was okay. I didn't have to like walk out and get more drink, whatever, because I ran out. Because during my chest infection, I had to keep on drinking loads and loads and loads of water, because one of the things was it was making my throat really, really dry, and that just sucked. It was one of those things that I kept on having to drink loads of water. And there was one day where I had this, as well as the fact it was about 30 degrees and I was at work, and where I work we don't have air conditioning, and it's a load of manual lifting. And that day I drank 5 litres of water. I just drank a huge, insane amount of water that day, and I probably did way too much. It probably wasn't healthy for me to do so, but I had to, because my voice was just really, like, it felt like sandpaper. Like, I'm sure you've experienced that sort of thing before. It was like that, as well as the fact it was 30 degrees outside. I don't deal with the heat that well, so that was another thing I had to deal with as well. But like I say, right now it's actually a lot better, and I can actually stream and I can make videos now, if it weren't for the fact that I had to obviously work so much, and my time has been taken up by so many other different things as well, that it's hard for me to make up time right now for YouTube. So that goes back to what I was saying a minute ago about how YouTube is something that I enjoy, and it's something that it's a part-time thing for me, but I have to make sure I put the right thing in front first. So I have to make sure that I make enough money for myself so I can at least afford things if things go wrong on YouTube. I have the money there so I can afford like a new mic, for instance, or I can afford like an Elgato that I got like a few months ago. I can afford that because I got paid because I worked enough hours at my job. I have to make sure I put in enough hours so then I can afford things like this. So for that reason I can't do YouTube full time right now. I can't even do it as much as I did do back like half a year ago or whatever. I'm most probably going to be doing less hours when it goes back to like the winter time, so like September, October, November, December sort of time. But for now, obviously, like, I'm working more hours than what I did do in the past few months. I've been doing the same thing as well. I've been working more hours than I did between like September and April time. Like between September and April, I don't really work that often. And then the other half of the year, like, it's more busy, so I have to do more hours. Or I don't have to do more hours, but I decide to do more hours because, like I say, more hours, more money, and hopefully I can get more things for a YouTube channel, which obviously gives it better like quality. And like I say as well, I have like holidays. I like to take a lot of holidays and things. I like to just relax, take life easy when I can. So obviously there's that as well. And then last week I went to a festival in the UK. It was a one-day festival called Slam Dunk Festival, and you've probably never heard of it. It's not that big of a festival, I don't think. And it's in Birmingham, the one I went to anyway. They do like 3 days, but they're in like different cities in the UK. I went to the one in Birmingham and I had a good time, but during one of the bands called, I think it was like Buried Tomorrow or something, I ended up getting hit in the back of the head with something. I think it was someone's fist, but I'm not too sure, honestly. I basically went into a mosh pit, and a lot of the time, like, I go into many mosh pits and it's fine. Like, it's probably one of the safest things you can do at a gig. Like, honestly, like, they look really rough and everything, but they are really safe. But anyway, I went into this one particularly. I get hit in the back of the head. I actually split my head open and I started like bleeding a lot from my head. It went all down my neck. I will show you a picture right now, but I don't really want to show it because I think a lot of people will probably be like sort of disgusted by it. So for that reason, I'm not going to show it. But if you really want me to show it, I'll probably put it on my Twitter. So again, if you want to go follow me on Twitter, go ahead, @Majerican. But anyway, I was bleeding a lot from my head. I ended up having to go to the medical room and it got glued up. And it was like the first time I had to go to the medical room during like a gig or a concert or anything. I've been to literally thousands of concerts and gigs and festivals and whatnot. So I had to go to the medical room. They glued my head. I was not going to lie, I was really drunk, so I didn't really feel the pain. And I didn't really know what's happening properly. Like, I knew like head had been sort of split open a little bit. They took about 20 minutes of what it felt like 20 minutes anyway. It took about that long. They glued it up and everything, cleaned it, and they did really well. They did say to take it easy, because obviously there's a slight chance that I could have been concussed. Don't think I am because I feel fine at the moment. I had to go to work a few days afterwards, and like there were certain things that really messed with my head, like the jingling of like chains, because we sell chain and little bits like that. But other than that, I felt fine. It was just little things that like really like made me feel really dizzy. Like I say, jingling chains. That sound made me feel really dizzy, and that really sort of confused me a little bit. And I was like, this better not like mean I have some sort of a concussion. But I don't. I feel like I'm okay now. Like, I feel fine. Like I say, I had that to deal with, but it was sort of like something that I think I had to be more careful of to make sure that I was okay. Right now it's basically almost all healed. It's just basically, you know, a few more days and it will be like gone, and I wouldn't have even known that it was there. But that was something else I had to sort of take care of, and it was something else because of that. And it's in the position where I couldn't really wear a headset, therefore I hadn't even been playing games, as well as the fact that because it might have been a potential concussion, I didn't really want to be playing games and looking at screens and whatnot. So I again decided to give myself a few days just to relax. And obviously I was hungover as well, so that was another reason why I wanted to relax and just make sure that I was okay. Okay, so right now while recording this is currently Saturday the 3rd, although this, by the time I edit it and everything, will be Sunday the 4th that this video goes up. But in a few days, so on Wednesday the 7th until Monday the 12th of this month, so that's like a 5-day sort of period of time, I won't be like uploading videos, and that's because, for one, I'll be away. I'll be at another festival called Download Festival. I won't be obviously here to do videos, I won't be here to do live streams, so just bear that in mind. And also, I haven't got any videos scheduled for that, so, you know, apologies if you wanted to see any videos. It'll be like another 5-day break. I won't be here basically, so I'll be in the middle of a field, like listening to music and whatnot. There's that. When I come back on like Monday the 12th, I will possibly stream depending on how I feel. Like, sometimes I feel better than others. Like, I've been to this festival like quite a few years now, for like 7 or 8 years in a row. So sometimes I feel better than others, so I'll see how I feel. I might make a video, I might stream on the 12th. It depends how I feel. And then that week, on the Saturday 17th, I then go away again. Actually, on the Saturday, it's sort of preparing for me to go away on the Sunday. I actually fly to Poland. I'll be in Poland for 4 days. So then on the 21st, I think it is, or maybe the 22nd, Wednesday or the Thursday, that week anyway, I fly back to the UK. And after that time, I'll then be sort of free again. Like, I won't have any holidays for a few months or whatever. It'll just be back to me doing work and YouTube. So hopefully, after the 22nd, I could sort of be back on schedule a little bit. So like I say, this month is going to be quite like busy for me, and unfortunately it's going to be a little bit like bland on my channel. But this video is here to explain exactly that. Like, I'm going to be away, I'm going to be certain holidays and stuff, like I'm going to just be away. So like I say, I haven't got any videos planned for it. I'm just going to take a little break again, obviously because I'm on holiday and stuff. In a few weeks I'll be back, hopefully doing properly like streaming and stuff, like a couple times a week, and like doing videos and whatnot. I like to sit down and just chat to the camera like I'm doing right now. And it's, you know, it's nice to do so, and it's nice to sort of keep you informed as well. And I only owe it to you guys to sort of let you know this sort of stuff that's going on. And I don't want to be one of those sort of channels that just go like 2 months without uploading without even letting you know what's going on. So I always will let you know what's going on, even if it is sort of a little bit belated. The last little thing I just want to mention in this video before we end it off is that even though I hadn't really been uploading that much for the past week, we still had gained quite a few subscribers. So we went from 811 subscribers from when we were on our, I think, Ascension stream. Then a week later was on like 820, and then went 826. That's like really great in itself, so I thank you so much for the people who come here. If you're a new subscriber, then thank you very much. We've basically gained like 50 new subs since like I've been, like, I would say, my week of inactivity. So thank you so much for like being here and supporting me and liking my content, obviously enough to subscribe. And with that as well, we have now just hit 250,000 total video views, which is 250,000 like total video views, which is absolutely mental. And it's crazy to think that in a year's time we're probably going to get close to like 1 million total video views if we carry on sort of like increasing the views. I don't even know, I just think it's an amazing sort of like thing to hit right there. So thank you for doing that as well for me. Like, it means so much for me to have that many views on my channel with such a low like sub count. You know, I don't know, it's just amazing to like look at the figures, and I really like analytics, as you guys already know. So that basically covers everything. I just wanted to let you know about what's been going on, what I have planned for the rest of this month, and when I'm exactly going to be coming back to making properly like scheduled videos and whatnot. But thank you for watching this video. If you did enjoy it in any way, if you like these type of videos, if you like me telling you what's going on, just so you know if I'm going to be uploading for the next week or two or whatever, then do make sure to leave a like on the video, or at least comment down below just letting me know, just so then I've got some sort of like feedback from you guys, and then I know what to do in the future if this sort of thing happens again. But without further ado, I'll catch you next time. Peace out.